the Madman! Hey! This video is brought to you and sponsored by Star Crusade. Star Crusade's core gameplay is strongly inspired by Hearthstone's. You're watching this video on my channel, which might imply that you're a fan of Hearthstone. So if you're looking for a small change in pace while keeping all of the familiarity of Hearthstone, why not go into its sci-fi counterpart, Star Crusade? It's free to play and you can get it using the link below for PC, Android, or iOS. You can even use the code in the info below, look at the instructions on how to enter it to get your 3 free packs. The code is ValueTownMayor. So why would you play this game over Hearthstone, you might ask, if they're similar? Well, one of the differences is that Hearthstone doesn't differentiate its classes as much as Star Crusade. Hearthstone has 9 heroes, they're all humanoids, they have their own flavor of spells, but Star Crusade takes it in a much bigger and distinct direction by having its 7 classes be entirely different races, basically, split into 7 factions. The factions differ from the heavy firepower and massive starship wielding Terrans to the technologically driven hierarchy, cyborg priests who use nanites to heal. There's also a lot of customization you can make to your deck, which you'll see as we go right into the gameplay. Alright, it's Shanti versus Consortium. Shanti is the group of genetic engineers who's seeking to really revolutionize the world by evolving everything and by basically mutating it, transforming eggs into the soldiers of the future. The opponent is the Consortium, a group of merchants and mercenaries trying to fight dirty, pretty much. And screw the rules, because they have money. The opponent actually has a really interesting set of 3 modules right now, but before we go into that, let's talk about the other interesting thing out there. So, I began with an extra card because I have less cards in my deck than him. Even though I'm going first, I get 4 cards to start, which is a huge advantage, and I recommend anyone just starting to have a nice 25 card deck. The opponent has a 39 card deck, which means they start at 39 health. Whoever has a lower amount of cards gets the extra cards, so he might get matched up sometimes against the 40 card deck and have an extra card, so that's a pretty slick move there. So you already have some customization in the amount of cards you can have. You can have anywhere between 25 and 40 cards, and you start off your life total based off of that. Along with that, you get to start off with the 3 modules. You don't even have to have a hero power. In fact, the opponent has 3 hero powers, though. He's got summon a guy, he's got next unit gains, next time this unit is damaged, it takes 1 extra damage, and he's got target unit gets soak 1.
This is our chance.
Whenever you kill anything, you get the mana crystal, or the supply cost of that unit.
This is our
so I'm going to get 1 crystal for killing that.
A taste of freedom.
Energy is another resource that you use. I only have my energy module to use on it. Interestingly enough, the opponent has no energy modules, so one wonders if he has any way to spend energy, or if he's just not really focusing on energy at all. You get energy throughout the course of the game by attacking the enemy as well. You get 1 energy per time you hit the enemy commander with any of your units. So anyways, the opponent has 3 hero powers. I have my hero power, which is 2 mana, or 2 supply, mutated units, so a few of my units in my deck gain things when mutated. I can also mutate myself in order to make my guy be able to deal 2 damage.
This is our chance.
So there I got 1 energy for attacking him. I'll go ahead and play 2. You can see there's a lot of base Hearthstone rules. Each turn you gain a supply, each turn you draw a card, your supply is refreshed each turn, and yet there's that customization, just that difference, those differences from Hearthstone, like, wow, that guy has 3 hero powers, and hey, I have a different resource, energy. So he's got 2 support units out there. I've got a really special card here. If he controls 2 or more units of the same type, deal 2 damage. I'm wondering if I should use it now, and I think the answer is yes. I could possibly hurt him a lot more in the future, though. In fact, I am just going to use my hero power here. Go ahead and deal 2 there. And deal 2 here. He's going to get 1 energy for killing my unit. I'm going to get 3 energy for killing his unit. Since that unit has Cloak, I can't attack it, and I can't target it. My energy module actually synergizes really well with my hero power. So, with spending 9 energy, I can give something Death Rattle, basically, spawn an egg. And then I can use my Mutate to make that, to basically get that egg up. Get that egg to do something. So he's used his Soak 1, which means his unit takes 1 less damage each time it's hit. So I'd have to hit that with both in order to kill it, which is fine. I'll do that. Or alternatively, I can also just simply play F5. Sure, let's do that. It's also very important to play on mana curve in this game.
More sustenance.
I guess I'll still kill it too, while I'm at it. Because if I let him do the trades, that field medic is going to restore stuff. I didn't use my infect ability because I want to use my infect ability and then immediately use my hero power on the infected card. So this is a little bit of a cool mechanic of this faction as well. Some of their units have Devour. When you kill an opposing unit, you sometimes get their trait. So if I Devour this, it's gonna get Screen, which means the opponents have to attack that unit first. I don't need the Screen that much, so I'm gonna just do these attacks.
Read me your secrets. Yes.
This is one of my units which has a special Mutate power. And since I'm starting to get pretty heavy on energy, I guess I will start placing some infections out there. So when this dies, it'll get an egg. I can only use my module, my activated modules, once per turn. He can use all 3 modules if he wants, but only 1 each. So there's the unit that he's got, which is his energy spender. The sniper can energize, using 6 energy, return the hand to snipe another thing. Alright, this Battle Walker is pretty good to place because dealing 1 damage to a random enemy, I can finally hit that cloaked guy. And I'll go ahead and trade this off in order to activate my infect. And I'll immediately mutate that into a 3/4. I'll also play a Cipher here. A Cipher is a secret card that you play. Your phone has no idea what it is. When certain things happen, then the Cipher activates. In this case, whenever you plays a unit. Unfortunately, my Battle Walker went face instead of killing the medic. The medic hasn't done anything yet, but I can see if he had board control, he would be able to use the medic to pretty good results. So the Cipher, when this is killed, I'm going to get 2 2/1 chargers. He's put the Soak on his screening guy here, so each time it takes damage, it takes 1 less damage. He's also put the next time this takes damage, it takes 1 extra, which is pretty good because if I hit this now, my guy will die. I don't really see a way around that though. I'll go ahead and infect this before it dies. And then I can mutate it, get myself a 3/4. I get my 2 2/1s. And also play a big Thunderous Bulwark. This thing, whenever it mutates, it regenerates, so it regains all its health. I missed his medic yet again. I like the way the opponent built the deck. Like we're both playing still kind of newish decks. I can see my opponent's got some weaker cards. So do I. The Consortium also has a credit theme. With credit, you can pay later what you are. You can pay later what you spend now, also known as overload. Alright, I'll give my guy +1 attack.
See this? That's their blind spot.
Kill that in one shot as a result. Going to use my regenerate there. And let me infect my weakest card. I think most likely to die. Ah, I keep missing this field medic. The field medic doesn't do anything because I continue to kill his guys as they come. All these trump trades. So you might notice the opponent actually has 3 modules. I can also have up to 3 modules, but for every module you don't use, you just get a fusion reactor instead. Gain 1 energy at the end of your turn. For beginners, you'll probably often have 1 spot not quite used yet because you don't have 3 good modules. Which isn't necessarily bad, since this freebie has given me basically 9 energy throughout the course of the game since I've taken 9 turns. And there's a card, I can even mutate the opponent units. When I target the opposing unit with mutate, they'll die if I put the terminal mutation on it.
This is our chance.
So there's a game of Star Crusade. I really liked the way he built his modules in the 39 card deck because he can beat 40 card decks by having an extra card, yet he still gains the benefits of a lot of health. So the opponent has a good idea of how to customize things at the very least. Winning games also gives you crates, which open to give you cool stuff like cosmetics for your commander, as well as in-game currency. And like any card game, you can use your currency to buy boosters and open them, giving you 6 cards apiece. We have an exploration mechanic where every 2 hours you get to see how far you travel on this map and you get prizes based on where you land. This game also has a raid format. Raid is this game's equivalent of arena. You pick 1 card at a time, represented with 3, and then you finish your deck and then you get to build them. And then you match up against your opponents. Raid has some very high rewards in this game. I've made it through the first campaign. It was kind of amusing, and I think that this next campaign scenario is really amusing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the first mission of the Consortium. Given how I like a lot of value, the Consortium campaign promises to be kind of fun. We took control of 40% of the property without any combat engagements. That's value. This planet is now the property of the Consortium. A single-player campaign, you actually face off against a variety of foes. You get to learn a bit about the hero powers. I've got the best gear on the planet. I will crush them. So each of the campaigns also has kind of a unique take. I actually start the game with 10 supply here. And, ooh, we got some pretty good cards. We'll go ahead and play the Mana War, which has Death Rattle deploy a random massive unit. Massive units are just really big. As you can see, all 3 of these units are massive. My energy power here is target enemy unit of same type as a friendly unit in play gains transfer to commander with more health at the end of the turn. Sweet. Taking out target's escort, nullify unit, set it to 0 attack, and sabotage drone. Replace each card in opponent's hand with a 2/2 subverted mercenary. Destroy all enemies' supply. Wow. This card is in your hand at the end of your turn, take 1 damage. Subverted mercenaries are actually in the real game too. These cards aren't in the game, but let's see. Liquidate assets. Discard your hand and draw 1 card for every card drawn. Time to liquidate those assets. The unit and gain 3 supply this turn. So that's a good unit to destroy. It's pretty useless. So that's I want to do the spy network that fast. Well, the game is setting me up to encourage me to do this, so we'll do it. Whenever you play a card with credit, gain +1 attack. Here's the question. Will my opponent actually attack all 3 of these into this? I'm not going to take the chance, so I'm going to pass here. Here's your tunnel trog, if you will. 1 mana, 1/3. Whenever you play a card of credit, gain +1 attack. You deal attack damage to your commander at the end, though, so it has a slight drawback. All your cards with credit cost 1 less. Wow.
Everyone pays one way or another. Everyone pays one
Credit 1,
way or
deal 2
another.
damage, target enemy unit. If that kills it, clear credit 1. And yet these still get credit for the credit. Target friendly unit gets screen and +1/+2. So here.
Stop me now.
Friendly mercenaries gain +2 attack. Oh, look at that. All these are mercenaries. All mercenary units gain +1/+1. I have a credit overload right now. Just play this. Next turn I'll have 3.
Stop me now.
So I guess I'll face.
Now it's my turn.
Here's how we do things back home. Here's how we do things back home.
Brutal.
I'll show you a trick. Stop me now. Here's how we do things back home.
Now it's my turn.
Here's how we do things back home.
Alright. Where this game really differentiates itself from Hearthstone is probably mainly that 3 module system, where you can really customize between all the 7 factions. They all have very different flavors of modules. Between the Anunnaki, the Psychics, you can have something along the lines of really as disruptive as Puppet Master, which is a module which just stays on the board, doesn't take any energy or resources. Each destroyed enemy unit gets shuffled into your deck. That gets pretty crazy, I'm sure. That gets pretty hero power types that you can put in the deck. Decrease target units attack by 1, gain a psychic charge, or look at the top 2 cards in your deck and choose a card to place on the top, shuffle the other one into your deck. You've got the value created from the hierarchy with the energy duplicate ability. Create a copy of the last card drawn from you, and that's basically a card advantage machine using only energy. With the 7 different flavors in the factions and the ability to customize your 3 modules and your ability to have like between a 25 to 40 card deck, and all of between 25 and 40 are some pros and cons of choosing which size deck. You can exercise your deck creativity in Star Crusade. So go install it in the link below. Free to play, free to join in. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching.